Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down following the run. And the D looking like they may blitz. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to go for a big, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 71 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on the first drive of Week 1, they get the football, and it's almost like it's Week 10 for them. Their offense really looked in sync.
What a great carryover, because everyone talks about putting this in place, OTAs, mini camps, even through the preseason. This team came out as if they had seen it happen many, many times before. Fantastic job establishing themselves on the opening drive.
Get up! No. Hey, let's go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman with a fast feet. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Freeman again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Fresh set of downs here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. First and 15 here behind the chains. Jameis to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete here.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, here's Fournette. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On third down, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 43 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Okay, folks, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go play action with Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Let's go! Boom! Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jensen forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Just shy of the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Jameis now on 1st down. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Fournette, a first down carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Third down now following the run. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's got Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Get up!
On second down, Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They go play action now. Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Matt Bosher now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A handoff to Fournette. And some space here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone now, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Ryan back into his end zone. He'll buy some time right. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now Ryan on 2nd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
On 1st down, Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Play action. Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hey, let's go.
Play action. It's Ryan. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. 18 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. They will run again with Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Here's Ryan to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. on the handoff. It's Freeman. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give him 30 yards there.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Pistol. It's Fournette. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Winston. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On second down, here's Ryan. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quan Alexander coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On second down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 41 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been an air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Play fake. Winston. Walford's got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Jameis to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 2nd down, Winston again. And a catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Leonard Fournette. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish. Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Ryan to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge. And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game. And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope. No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now. Winston to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. In the red zone this time. This is Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it's good. And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bucs, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
you